And welcome everybody to WREP 15 Sports and also the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. I'm Eric Burns to give you the play-by-play call of the Martinsville Artesians and the Bloomington High School South Panthers. We do apologize. We had planned on doing senior night. We had some technical difficulties up here in the booth that should have been corrected earlier in the day, but they weren't. And that was not the fault of Eric Meyer or the MHS Rewind group or anything like that. That was kind of out of our control. We are still working to make sure that everything runs smoothly during this broadcast. We do apologize for those that are wanting to tune in and watch the senior night. The reason we are having senior night so early was due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Every day, every week is kind of an unknown. We don't know if there will be another game next week or 2 weeks or, however far down you want to go. So Martinsville High School, along with a lot of other high schools, probably in the state of Indiana and, around the country, doing their senior nights as quick as they can to recognize those seniors and honor those seniors. We didn't just do the football players this evening. We did the band, the color guard, cross country, cheerleaders, along with some other groups. So we just tried to fit in all the fall sports seniors that we could today. Like I said, we do apologize that was missed live. We did have we're recording that with our camera, so hopefully maybe at halftime or another game we can actually show that if we have a break and recognize all those seniors and all those fall sports and with the band, color guard, and cheerleading and everything. So once again, we do apologize. That was out of our control. We think we're back. We're also working to make sure that we stay online for you guys so we can watch the football game in its entirety. Like I said, it's just good to be back here on the football field behind the mic. Didn't know if this was going to happen with obviously a very weird 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic, but we are glad that we have football Friday night. Like I said, we don't know what next week is going to bring, if we'll have a game, if we won't. We hope we can have the season and not miss any games, but there are already some schools in the state that have had to cancel games from last week due to players or coaches coming up positive for the COVID-19. So the main thing is trying to keep all the players and the coaches safe and healthy, but we also hope we can get all the full season in. So we were fortunate to get the game in against Bedford North Lawrence. We did not broadcast that. More than likely, as the season goes on, we are going to bring you all the home games, and you can catch that on WREP 15 after the game. Or you can also catch it live through the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Also, the IHSA Champions Network through their app. There are several schools that are utilizing that app, so you can use that as well to catch some of the action. But yeah, MHS Rewind YouTube channel, the best way to catch the game: football, soccer, volleyball. Eric Meyer's doing a great job of trying to get as many sports in as possible. As of right now, we are offering that for no charge. I know there are some schools around the state, due to the financial constraints that COVID-19 has caused, they are having to charge to watch some of those games. As of right now, all your Martinsville home games can be found at MHS Rewind YouTube or WREP 15 for no charge. Now, next week, Artesian football is at Greenwood. We will not be carrying that. Greenwood has their own stream. If you're interested in watching that live, you kind of want to follow the Artesian Athletics on Twitter or any other news source here locally. Hopefully we'll get some information on what Greenwood will be doing for that game. I can't guarantee you that will be free. That might be a thing that you have to log in and make an account and then pay for it. So it's something you want to keep an eye out and kind of plan accordingly. You may have to go ahead of time and make sure that you plan and prepare for that. But right now, it's Ciderwoods Field, and it's the Martinsville Artesians and the Bloomington High School South Panthers. Like I said, the Artesians won last week at Bedford North Lawrence. Got a big win, 13-6, a big defensive effort, and gave Coach Brian Duggar his first head coaching victory as a head coach against the Stars. But this week, it is the Bloomington South Panthers who come in at 0-1. Their head coach, also a first-year head coach in Gabe Johnson. Bloomington South lost last week to New Albany, high-scoring affair. 35-47 was that score. These two coaches know each other pretty well. Coach Duggar was at Southport prior to coming to Martinsville. Southport, Bloomington High School South, both in the Conference Indiana. Gabe Johnson, the head coach of Bloomington South currently, was the defensive coordinator. Coach Duggar was the offensive coordinator at Southport, so they know each other well. I've kind of played that chess match in Conference Indiana. Now they're the head coach of Martinsville and Bloomington South, so this should be a fun one. See what Coach Duggar does offensively as a former OC, and the current OC also is not just the head coach for Martinsville, and then Gabe Johnson with the defensive coordinator expertise that he has to see how they chess each other in this game. As the Artesians getting ready to come out of the tunnel here momentarily. We'll probably get a good shot of that. Camera crew doing a great job so far following senior night. Once again, apologize that we missed that live, but hopefully we got enough footage that we can show that maybe at a later time. As the Artesians in the inflatable Martinsville helmet getting ready to come out here momentarily. First home game for the Artesians. Looks like the Artesians, see it in the shot there, wearing the gold pants. Coach Carter Whitson brought those back in his second year, I believe. Coach Carter Whitson had a successful 3-year stint here at Martinsville, especially what he came into, a Martinsville football program that had really struggled the 2 years prior to him coming in. Coach Whitson, great thing, kind of bringing Martinsville football back from the ashes, if you will. But he went back home to where he's originally from, just outside of Oklahoma City, head coach of a fairly large school outside of Oklahoma City, which I believe said if he would have stayed at Oklahoma where he grew up, that's where he would have went to high school. But we want to once again just thank Coach Carter Whitson and all he did for the 3 years here. He was at Martinsville not only as a football coach, but as an administrator and a teacher as well. So we wish him and his family nothing but the best as he moves down to Oklahoma City and coaches in Oklahoma. But right now it is the Martinsville Artesians, Bloomington High School South Panthers. You hear the band in the background is here. With all the restrictions that the state mandate has due to COVID-19, still a good crowd here at Ciderwoods Field. Pretty much everyone that I saw coming into the gate was wearing a mask, and now that they're in their seats, still a lot of masks on, but people doing a good job of staying socially distant and making sure they are next to family and people that they live with. So Artesians and the athletic director Kip Staggs and his staff and the rest of the staff here at Martinsville High School doing a great job to be able to put this on. Obviously unprecedented times. But we're just glad to have football back. So Martinsville Artesians, like I said last week, beat the Stars of Bedford North Lawrence 13-6, which is kind of an odd score. You have Coach Duggar coming from Southport as an offensive coordinator. Southport put up a lot of points when he was the head coach, but it was a defensive ball game last week. The Artesians obviously gave up the opening drive, a touchdown, but after that, Bedford North Lawrence really did not have much of a drive to speak of. The Artesians shot themselves in the foot a few times last week against the Stars, had 4 turnovers all in the red zone, so obviously left some points on the field there. So Coach Duggar, I know, talked about that he expected at least 28 points there that just kind of off the board, and you add those to the final score, and that changes things a little bit. But Artesians will be looking at a much different football team here tonight. The Bedford North Lawrence Stars kind of ran that triple option offense for most of the time. Bloomington South will kind of spread things out a little bit. Like I said, they put up 35 points against New Albany but lost, and that's also unique because Gabe Johnson, the new head coach of Bloomington South, taking over for the retired Hall of Fame coach Mo Moriarty, is a defensive guy, former defensive coordinator. So to see his coaching debut and his team give up 47 points, I'm sure is does not make him too happy. New Albany ran for 440 rushing yards last week. So Bloomington South really had trouble stopping the run. Only 84 passing yards for New Albany. So we'll see if Tyler Cox, who last week against the Stars had 153 yards, 2 touchdowns on 32 carries, let's see if he can have a big game and the offensive line can continue to open holes for him. Bloomington South offensively pretty balanced. They had 173 yards on the ground, 224 passing yards. They also had some trouble with turnovers. They lost 2 fumbles in that game. So, somewhat close game, 2-score game, 35-47. Those 2 fumbles you look at, and that's maybe the difference in that game. But we've got a 1-0 Martinsville Artesian team hosting in their home opener a 0-1 Bloomington South Panther team. Rivalry game, if you are familiar with Martinsville athletics or Bloomington South, you know how big of a game this is for both teams. Artesians were able to win last year's regular season battle against the Panthers and start the season 2-0. However, after that game, the injuries really started to mount, and the Artesians kind of struggled the rest of the way due to injuries. However, with those injuries that happened last year, you had a lot of sophomores that had to kind of play up. And you see now some of these juniors and players that had to play at the varsity level last year, now they've got a little bit more experience than maybe they would have. So now they're getting to play up a little bit, and they're kind of ready and not intimidated by this varsity action. Here come the Martinsville Artesians, and their home opener just ready to play in front of these home fans. Like I said, we did not know if this would happen this year or not. So thankful to be here, to be able to broadcast this game. Like I said, we don't know what next week's going to bring, so let's just sit back and enjoy this game and the atmosphere we will have. Like I said, thank you for watching us on MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Whether you're watching as a Martinsville fan or a Bloomington South fan, we do welcome you to the channel and thank you for your support. As we are under a minute here before kickoff. So Artesians getting ready, looking to start 2-0. Coach Brian Duggar in his first year ever as a head coach. But we will go ahead and I will pause. We're getting ready to do the national anthem, and it will be presented by the Martinsville Marching Band. And that was the Martinsville Artesian Marching Band for the national anthem. Well, like I said, we're just about ready here to kick it off. And with all the differences and kind of the odd things here in 2020 and with football and watching people wear masks and having limits on the number of people that are able to be here, I believe once football gets kicked off, it really does feel just like a normal Friday night here in Indiana, and I think that's what everybody really wants to see just feel a little bit of normalcy and watch these high school kids compete and just really enjoy a game that they love. And we're just really, like I said, thankful and glad to be here as the Artesians and the Panthers rivalry game, second week of Indiana high school football. We've got two first-year coaches facing off against each other, Coach Duggar with Martinsville and then Coach Gabe Johnson of the Panthers, who just this year took over for the retired Mo Moriarty, who had been at Bloomington South with a lot of success, just retired last year. So a new era for Bloomington South and Martinsville both. And because of the pandemic, I do not think you will see the team captains meet at the center of the field. Or if you do, they will be more spaced out than they normally are. Usually they come up, shake hands, and greet each other right at midfield. But you can see they're about 10 yards apart from each other for the coin toss and then the decision of kicking or receiving. For the Artesians, looks like number 12, Tyrus Martin, is out there as a captain. Also number 54, Nigel Bryant. Both of them are seniors. And once I see the number of the third Martinsville player, I will let you know who that is as well. So it looks like Bloomington South is going to kick. Looks like number 13, Adam Field, defensive back, who had an interception last week against the Stars, was the other captain in that group. So Bloomington South decided they're going to kick it off and give the ball to Martinsville to start this game, which means the Artesians will be kicking it off at the second half. And we'll see what adjustments, if any, Coach Duggar made. Artesians only able to put 13 points on the board, but still got the win thanks to a great defensive effort. Now, one offensive star was Tyler Cox, who had 153 yards rushing. Also, that offensive line, really big, good-sized offensive line, opened some good holes for Tyler Cox, allowed him to get going. And then the defense did a great job, especially after that first drive where Bedford North Lawrence was able to go down the field and score. But it's a new game today. Week 2 of the Indiana high school football is underway right now. It's a short kick, but it will take a bounce and will be taken to 10, and about the 25-yard line is where the Artesians will start it. It's like number 31, Chase Mabry, was the one who took that return. Chase Mabry had a big game last week, 7 catches, 89 yards. All right, so we will see how the Artesians start out here offensively. Like I said, the defense of Bloomington South gave up a lot of points against New Albany last week. Let's see if the Artesians can take advantage. They're going to hand it off to Tyler Cox, who stops, bounces to the left side. Cox on the outside and gets a nice bit of 10 or 11-yard gain. It's a first down. Good start for the Artesians there. Nice run. 10-yard gain. Looks like the Cox wanted to go up the middle, but not a lot of room there. Just bounced to the left side. And a first down. Going to give it to him again. He's going to try that left side. This time not a whole lot of room, but did get a couple. A 2-yard pickup there for Tyler Cox. Brings up 2nd and 8. Tyler ran it 32 times last week. He's got the first 2 plays tonight. Braxton Wright in motion. Give it to Tyler Cox. He tries to go up the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. Don't know if he got a yard or not. We will see. But definitely did not get a whole lot more than a yard. Looks like they'll give him 1 yard. So bring up 3rd and about 6. And a quick snap, and I think there was some miscommunication there. As I don't know, somebody I don't think knew the snap count because the center hiked that ball and Ty Martin was not ready for that whatsoever. So I'm sure Coach Duggar not too happy with that. As promising first play, it was a 10-yard run. Then a couple 2-yard carries by Cox, and then a miscommunication play where Artesians hiked it when quarterback Martin was not ready for it. Loss of 4 yards and brought up 4th and 10. And Pemberton, he's going to punt it. It's going to be taken. Fair caught. Falling down is Jalen Peck. And Bloomington South will take over at about the 38-yard line. So we will see the Martinsville defense come out. Hopefully they can continue their strong run that they had from last week. So number 4, DJ Bull, will be the one to be under center right now. Our Panthers had 2 players who played quarterback some, also with number 2, Zach David, but DJ Bull is the one to start tonight. He's a dual threat guy. He's going to pass it right away, and it is tipped and falls to the air. Looks like Weston Pemberton was there to try and tip that away. Try to get about a 10-yard play over the middle, but good job by Weston Pemberton. This time hands it off and right into the defensive line, and not a whole lot of room there. I think that was Jordan Tolden, number 22, who got it a yard, maybe 2, and it was met immediately right there at the defensive line. I think number 54, Nigel Bryant, was the first one to meet him. So 3rd and long for the Panthers, so Artesian defense has a chance to make a big stop here and force the Panthers to punt it away, 3 and out. But first you got to stop the Panthers on this play here. Bull in the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff, passes it, got a man wide open. It is caught, and now he's got some room to run. Still going. I don't know if the Artesians are going to be able to catch him, and they don't. And touchdown, no flags on the field, and a 39-yard strike from DJ Bull. And the Panthers have the early lead, as that was Matthew Griffin, the receiver. Matthew Griffin with a 39-yard touchdown reception, and that's heartbreaking because that kick is low and it is no good. So the extra point, no good. 6-0 with 9 minutes left to go early here in this first quarter. Artesian defense, like I said, didn't see a lot of passing against the Stars. They really weren't a team that passed it a whole lot. Kind of stuck with that triple option offense, but that time a 39-yard strike from DJ Bull to Griffin, and that was on 3rd and 9. And those are the type of plays that can really be a gut punch to a defense, thinking you can get a stop and get a 3 and out, get off the field, get your offense back on there, but quick strike and a couple of missed tackles. And Griffin took it to the house. So early 6-0 deficit for the Artesians, but this is how they started against the Stars last week. They gave up a long touchdown drive in their opener. And then they adjusted and really played stout defense. So hopefully the Artesians can do the same here tonight after the quick score on 3rd and 9 by the Panthers. kicks it. He's going to take a bounce, and Mabry's going to let that roll, so that'll be a touchback. Best there for Mabry just to let that roll and not try to pick that up. Good play by him. Artesians will start it at the 20-yard line. So Artesians last time out had an opening run for a first down, 10 yards, and then on third down, a miscommunication, just someone not quite knowing the snap count. Don't know if that was the quarterback or the center, but obviously the quarterback was not ready for that snap and had to fall on the football to avoid a turnover, and they're going to fake the handoff and give it to big Braxton Wright, and he got hit and lost the football, but did he get it back? And Panthers did recover it. So Braxton Wright with the reception had a first down, but took a shot and lost the football. So the first pass by Ty Martin was a completion, went for 17 yards, but Wright could not hang on to the football. Gives it to Tolden. He's going to try to get the right side and gets about 3 or 4 yards on that play. For the Artesians, Braxton Wright, he did take quite a shot, and he is a big kid. Looks like we've got our first penalty of the game, and it's going to be against the Panthers, so that'll move Bloomington South backwards. Moves them all the way back to the Artesian 49-yard line. Braxton Wright is tight end, 6'1", 255, pretty solid, but just took a really hard shot. Fortunately, the football came loose, so he's got to get that out of his head and get ready to play the next play. Right now it's the Artesian defense, second and really long for the South Panthers after the penalty. Tolden, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. And that was number 34, the senior Bo Hess, who had a really big game last week against the Stars, had 2 tackles for loss, forced a fumble, then recovered his own fumble that he caused, and right there in the backfield, and a big loss for Tolden. He lost 2 yards on that carry. So a 3rd and 24. South was able to convert on a 3rd and 9 last time they were on the field, so much longer here. Artesians need to make sure they don't give up any big plays like they did last time. Bull, he's going to keep it and run, and he gets some room, and he loses the football, and the Artesians jump on it. And back-to-back turnovers, one by Martinsville, one by the Artesians. It looks like number 24 was the one who recovered that. Tanner Smith, number 24, recovered that. Tanner had a big game. He was player of the game last week as Bull had a nice run. Wasn't really close to the first down, but at least was going to get Bloomington South into a position where they could maybe think about going for it. Martin's going to hand it off. Nope, he's not. He's going to be a play action. He's has a man, and it's Mabry, and Mabry gets tackled immediately. Maybe gets a yard there. Going to be a quick pass to Mabry. Mabry does have some room, gets across the 40. About a 5-yard pass there from Martin, that quick little shovel pass. So a 3rd and short. Artesians really need to pick this up. They will get the call from Coach Duggar, who also is the offensive coordinator. They do hand it off. Cox goes up the middle, and he's going to be awfully close. We'll see where the officials mark him, and they may mark him just shy of it. He needed 3 yards. He might have got 2. It's close. Might have got 2.5. So we will see. And I don't even know if they will measure. They're about a half yard shy. So it's 4th and inches here. 4th and probably 6 inches. And that offensive line, really good size offensive line for Martinsville. And they may measure it here. Now the referee is having both the teams kind of back away. And I think we will get a measurement here. Big measurement here. And now it looks like that yard marker is being inched a little closer to the first down. So this may be a little closer than what was initially thought. 6:13 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0. Panthers lead it after they connected on a 39-yard pass on their first drive on 3rd and 9. As we'll see what the measurement is here. Good job by our camera crew to get the best shot they can get here. Nope, just short. I mean, we're talking less than 6 inches maybe. So decision time for Coach Duggar. Yes, you are so close to a first down here, but also if you do not get this, you give the South Panthers a great starting field position on their next drive, and they've got the lead. So it's, do you have faith in your offensive line to get a push on the South defensive line? And they have some size as well. Ty Martin not going under center. He's going to stay in shotgun. Mabry, he goes in motion. They're trying to get South to jump here. 7 seconds on the play clock. We'll see if Duggar snaps it or they call it time. They snap it. And there's Cox, and he does get through and gets the first down. I got a little nervous there because big number 77 of South was in the backfield, but Tyler Cox was able to get around him and get the first down. About a 4-yard pickup, only needed about 4 inches, got 4 yards. Got a first down for the Artesians. Martin's going to hand it off to Cox again, a little stutter step, but this time he is met, and he probably didn't get much of anything there. Maybe got a yard. So game plan to start gives Tyler Cox quite a bit. That's his 6th carry so far in the first quarter. And he's still got about 5.5 minutes left to go. 2nd and 9 for the Artesians. Ball right at midfield. Ty's going to roll to his right. He's got a man right open at Skaggs. Skaggs comes up to get it. Makes the catch at about the 43-yard line. It's about a 7-yard pass and catch. It's a first catch for Skaggs, who had a big game. Garrett and Chase both good games, and I believe we've got a timeout by the official, I believe. And looks like number 77, big defensive lineman for the Panthers, Darnell Boyce, 6'4", 283, has to go off. So I don't know if that is an equipment issue or what it is. And you swap some size there with 77 having to go off, and the guy who came on for him does not quite have the size, and Tyler Cox tries to go right in the middle where that size was gone, but Bloomington South did a nice job to rally and really not give him much. Only got about 2 yards, so we're going to have another 4th down situation. And this is really close, too. They're going to have to measure this one again because this is really close. This looks like a first down from where I'm sitting up here. I'm almost right on it. I'm sitting right at the 45-yard line, and this is going to be a first down. They're not even going to measure. I was going to say that looked like a first down from up here, and it is. So the Artesians get another first down. Martinez doing this. This is their first sustained drive that they've had in this game and gives their defense a little bit of a breather as well. Get them fresh and a quick little pass to Chase Mabry. He needs to get some blockers in front and just does not get it. He gets tackled right in the open field. Mabry's going to lose about 2 yards there on that. Second and 12 coming up. Martin rolls to his right. He's got pressure coming, but tries to get it to Skaggs on the far side, but can't hit him, and that's actually his first incomplete pass thrown. But we've got a 3rd and long situation. Artesians are in Panther territory, but really kind of need to be careful on this play. If you don't get much of anything, you may have to punt this away. We will see what happens here, what play call Coach Duggar has on 3rd and 12. Under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Martin has time. He's going to throw it to Mabry, who makes a great catch. He went up and got it and came down at the 20-yard line. And Mabry's helmet popped off. About a 24-yard pass. And that was thrown by Martin. He kind of had to throw it high because Mabry had defenders all around him, and Mabry went up and got it. And another first down for the Artesians, and they're in the red zone for the first time tonight. Quick little shovel pass to Tyler Cox, who bobbled it, but he did hang on to it. Kind of hold your breath on that one. A 6-yard pass and catch there. Second and about 5 coming up for the Artesians. Tyler Cox goes up the middle, squirts through, still on his feet, and really fighting, gets another first down for the Artesians. So we got 1st and goal as Tyler Cox's 8th carry gets him about 7 yards on that play. Nigel Bryant comes back onto the field, number 54, offensive lineman. Artesians, great opportunity here to tie it or take the lead with the extra point. Cox is going to try to find some space in the middle, and not a whole lot, maybe gets a yard there. Second and goal here from the 5 for the Artesians. Tyler Cox still in the backfield. Tyrus Martin in the shotgun. Just take care of the football. Obviously, Artesians had 4 turnovers in the red zone last week. Just kind of throws it. Has a man wide open. Touchdown! And that's Braxton Dilly, number 22, with the score. Dilly with his first score of the season. And good job by Martin. He kind of, I think his first and second option were covered. He kept his eyes downfield. Extra point is up. And good. So the Artesians grab the lead after the successful kick from Ethan Handline. He went 1 for 2 in extra points last week. That time, that one went all the way through. He's 1 for 1 to start the night. So a nice, really good drive by Martinsville Artesians. Got several first downs, converted a 4th down, had a great catch by Chase Mabry to convert on a third down play. Just a really good long sustained drive. You saw a nice balance of passing and running plays from Coach Duggar and his coaching staff. Offensive line did a really nice job opening up some holes and giving Martin some time. And that was really something that the Artesians needed after the last couple times the Artesians were on the field. They weren't on for very long. Their first time they got a first down, then had to punt it 4 plays later. Then on their next time out, on the first play, they got hit. Braxton Wright got hit hard, fumbled, unfortunately, and Bloomington South took over, but Artesian defense was able to take the football back on a fumble recovery of their own. And after the extra point by Handline, we've got a 7-6 Artesian lead here at Cider-Woods Field. 2:11 left to go in the first quarter. Handline, little squib kick. It's going to bounce and falling on by Tyson Smith, the freshman. And if Smith does not fall on that, Artesians could have maybe jumped on it because there wasn't a whole lot of other Panthers around on that kick. And we've got the replay here of the touchdown. You see Martin looking, staying in there, gets a little bit of pressure, a little jump pass, but finds Dilly in the back of the end zone for the score. So we've got a new quarterback for, and the ball's loose. And the Artesians get it. And we've got a flag after the play. So I believe Malachi Pringle was one who jumped on that loose ball. Now, unfortunately, it looks like there was a flag. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Artesians. So they will keep the football, but they will be going backwards 15 yards after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I don't know if something was said or excessive celebration. The referee pointed to the bench, so I don't know if some players or coaches came on the field or what, but that'll go backward 15 yards. So Artesians, the offense, after having that long drive on the first play that Bloomington South has, they fumble it. And actually the Zach David was the quarterback on that play. Him and DJ Bull kind of both play quarterback for the Panthers. He was in on that play, and Artesians able to recover the fumble. So Artesians looking to put on some more damage, and Martin has a little pressure, throws it, and it's picked off. And now the Panthers will take it right back. So Artesians take away, and the Panthers take it away, and now he's still on his feet up the sideline, and he's going to return this all the way. So you talk about a change of momentum. And that is number 18, Maddox Blackwell, who is a player that you will want to keep your eye on. You'll see right there why. He's a receiver and a defensive back. And Coach Duggar calls him faster than fast, and you'll see why. And you talk about a shift in momentum, like I said. Artesians on the first play that South had it, recovered a fumble, and then just gave it right back, and add insult to injury. The Panthers not only turned it over, but turned it into 7 points, and they are back on top, 13-7. So Martin was trying to get it to 31. Chase Mabry, who's kind of been his go-to receiver early on in this season. Here's the replay of South Blackwell taking it up the sideline, just making people miss, and then into the end zone for 6 points, and the extra point was good. Maddox Blackwell, great athlete last week against New Albany. Had 5 catches for 142 yards, a touchdown. Had 1 carry that went 66 yards for a touchdown, and also had 10 tackles. So he plays both ways and plays both ways very well. And right there is an impact on the defensive side of things for him with the interception that he took all the way back for the touchdown. High kick. It will be returnable. Mabry's going to take it at about the 12-yard line. And try to make some people miss, makes a few miss, and then still on his feet and loses the football, though. And Bloomington South is going to recover. And that is 3 turnovers for the Artesians in this first quarter. Bloomington South has 2 turnovers of their own, but Chase Mabry got hit at about the 30-yard line, lost the football. And check that. It looks like they're saying Martinsville recovered it, because Martinsville's offense is coming onto the field. So Bloomington South celebrated like they had it, but Martinsville's offense is coming onto the field. So it looks like Martinsville did keep possession of it, or I don't know if they were saying that Mabry was actually down when he fumbled the football. That's probably what the case was. I don't think there'd be that much confusion on who had the fumble. I think they're saying now that Mabry was actually down when he lost the football. So that's the official call. So fortunately for the Artesians, they will keep possession. They hand it off to Tyler Cox. He tries to go up the middle, and not a whole lot of room there on that carry, and little extra pushing after the whistle. But no flags as Tyler Cox gets 2 yards on that. Gives him a little forward progress. Second down coming up for the Artesians. 1:14 left to go in the first quarter. Artesians down 13-7, and this first quarter has been an up and down seesaw affair for both teams. Martin's going to roll to his left. He's got a man wide, and that's a risky pass and nearly picked off, but hung on to and caught. 88 for the Artesians with that catch, Luke Cheatham. Fortunately for Martin, that route wasn't jumped. Cheatham was his first catch of the night. 5-yard reception, and 3rd and 4 now coming up. Artesians will have to snap this ball. They will have to run this play before the end of the first quarter. And we've got movement and a procedure penalty on the Artesians. Braxton Wright was going into motion, and that's when the flag came. So that'll move them back 5 yards and be 3rd and 9. So the play clock never did reset. It's at 4 seconds, 2 seconds. And now Coach Duggar not happy because not sure he's too happy with his team, maybe his quarterback not knowing the play clock and having to burn a timeout. So the play clock was going down. I think Coach Duggar wanted the play clock to be reset. Once the official started the game clock, the play clock was already at 12 seconds. But I did not see an official give the signal to reset the play clock. So that forced Coach Duggar to use a timeout, one he did not want to use, and now he wants an explanation from the referee. So they may not have to use this timeout. I do not know, because that was an error by the officials. I think the play clock should have reset, and it never did. Like I said, once the referee started the play clock, or the game clock, I should say. The play clock was already at 12 or 13 seconds. So we'll see what the officials do here. And now he's just going to roll the game clock. So that will be it for the first quarter. So an odd way for this first quarter to end. But we had some excitement, both Artesians and Bloomington South doing some good things. But right now we've got a 13-7 score. South leads it. We'll be back right after this.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
And welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports, also live streaming on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. And also if you're following along on the IHSA Champions Network. We appreciate you watching us here on week 2 of Indiana football Friday night. Artesians with a big 3rd and 9 situation on their own 31-yard line. And they are down 13-7. Martin's going to get pressure. He's going to loft it up, and it is well overthrown. Tried to get it to Chase Mabry, but he had 2 defenders kind of right on him. Maddox Blackwell was right there, also number 10, and it looks like there's a penalty marker.
Flag at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like a personal foul penalty against the Panthers, and that will give the Artesians a first down. That's a huge penalty for Bloomington South, as that was probably going to be a punting situation for the Artesians. But after the personal foul penalty, Artesians have a fresh set of downs. Quick pass to Cox, and Cox, little stutter step and nowhere to go. Lost about 2 yards on that play. So 2nd and 12 coming up for Martinsville. Ball at the 44-yard line. Hands it off. Tyler Cox. Nowhere to go that time. I don't think he gained a yard. So now you've got another 3rd and long. So Tyler Cox, after that first carry where he had a 10-yard run, it's really been tough sledding for him. A lot of 2-yard runs, 1-yard runs. He did have a 7-yard run, but it's just really been tough for Tyler Cox to find some holes and get some of those big runs. So 3rd and 12 now. Martin's going to roll it. Nope, he's going to hand it off. And it's Tyler Cox who has it. Crosses the 50, still on his feet. He's at the 40, and a big first down run by Tyler Cox. So a 17-yard run for Tyler Cox. So as I said, he was having some trouble. We've got a replay coming up. Nice job by our camera crew. You see Tyler Cox breaking tackles and really fighting for every yard there. Nice by. That was a good play call by Coach Duggar. Kind of faked the pass and a little quick inside handoff from Martin to Cox, and that led a big hole. I think South, pretty much everyone in the stadium thought it was going to be a pass. Tyler Cox going to get it again, but he is wrapped up and driven backwards. Number 55 for Bloomington South there with the stop, and Ashton Murphy, the junior, wrapped up Tyler Cox real quick. So Martin will get the play from the sideline from Coach Duggar. 2nd and 11. Quick little flick to Cox. Cox gets across the 40, lowers his shoulder, gets across the 35 to about the 34. So about a 6-yard pass there from Martin to Cox. So 3rd and 5, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Artesians with another nice long drive that they're keeping alive, converting on 3rd down here. Let's see if they can do it again. Artesians trying to catch up to the Panthers. They're down 13-7, and it looks like the Artesians will call a timeout. Now, I don't know, Coach Duggar had to use a timeout that was because of a clock error, so I don't know if he was ever actually charged that timeout. So I don't know if this is the first or the second timeout for Martinsville. And we're here because Tyler Cox had a 17-yard run on a 3rd and long situation and a nice play call. Like I said, Martin looked to pass and then a quick handoff to Cox, who scampered for the first down and a few more yards. Time of possession, though, has got to favor the Artesians, and even though they do trail 13-7, and that's mainly because Maddox Blackwell had an interception that was returned for a touchdown. So that's one of the scores the Panthers have. And then their other score came on 3 plays. Had 2 runs that really didn't go anywhere, and then a 3rd and 9 touchdown pass that went for 39 yards. So both the scores for Bloomington South have went quick. And I don't believe, I'm looking at my stat sheet here, I don't believe Bloomington South has gotten a first down yet because they've either scored quick or it's turned it over. However, South leads where it matters most on the scoreboard, 13-7. Artesians trying to catch up. Quick pass to Cheatham here, and Cheatham gets across to the 25, and it's another first down. Eight-yard pass and catch there from Martin to Cheatham. Cheatham's second catch. That's another first down for the Artesians. I believe, do my best to keep track of this. That is first down number 7 for them. Like I said, I don't think the Panthers have a first down yet, but that's because they've scored quick when the offense have had the ball. Do give it to this time it's Pemberton who does a little spin move and tries to find some room, and there's a flag, and I don't know if this is probably going to be a hold. So Pemberton tried to make some room, just could not get anywhere.
Flag on the field. He stepped off against the Artesians.
So I think that's the second carry for Pemberton, but unfortunately there, great effort, tried to find some running room and looked like he was going to be back hit for a loss, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But unfortunately there's a holding call on the Artesians that's going to push them back 10 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 20, I should say, from the South 36-yard line. And found Cheatham wide open. Cheatham takes a shot, but completes it at the 30-yard line. About a 6-yard pickup there, making a 7-yard pickup. Third catch there for Cheatham. Cheatham, a sophomore, 6'3", 190 pounds. A few good, nice grabs here so far in this first half. Coach Duggar calls in the play. And that was not going to go really anywhere. That Bloomington South had defender in the backfield immediately, and I believe it's Tyler Cox again with the, nope, that's Pemberton, excuse me. 26 and 28. Number can look the same. So Pemberton there does get a yard on that carry. But impressive that Pemberton was able to get a yard because Panthers had a defender in the backfield almost immediately as soon as Pemberton got that. So 3rd and 11, so another 3rd and long. Martin, it's a screen pass. It is caught by Wright. Braxton Wright, the big fella, the tight end. And he's still going on his feet. It gets tripped up just before he gets to the 5-yard line. Good to see Braxton Wright, who fumbled the last time he caught the football. That time he hung on to it and got another first down for the Artesians. Great play call there by Coach Duggar, the screen play, and now the Artesians are wanting to hurry up, 1st and goal here. And it's Tyler Cox gets tackled, and we'll see where they mark it. Here's the replay. Here's the first down. The screen pass, the big Braxton Wright, the tight end got it, has some blockers in front of him, thought he was going to score. Takes a lot of guys to tackle Braxton Wright. Second and goal. Pemberton gets it. He is met immediately. Might have gone backwards. So 3rd and goal for the Artesians from about the 7-yard line. So they've gone backwards since the 21-yard reception from Braxton Wright. Artesians have done a phenomenal job in this first half converting 3rd downs. And it's going to be to Braxton Wright, and he nearly caught it, but it was a flag comes out. It's incomplete. Braxton Wright tried to bring that in with one hand in the corner of the end zone. Penalty marker was thrown. We'll see if this is interference on the Panthers or not. Braxton had a couple, at least one defender, some contact, and looks like the penalty will be against the Panthers. I don't know what that penalty was. It had to be something, but it's not a first down. But it is 3rd and goal from now the 4-yard line. Martin, he's going to throw, and he gets tripped up, and that's got to be a penalty. And they are not going to call it. No flag is, I guess the officials just said that the feet got tangled up as Martin tried to go to the air again, but came up empty. And now it's going to be Ethan Hanlon who will try the field goal here. And this is pretty much the same distance as an extra point for Ethan. So he was 1 for 1 from extra points so far tonight. This is his first field goal attempt of the season. Kick is up. It is, looks good. It is good. So Ethan Hanlon gets 3 points on the board for the Artesians. So you get some points out of that long drive, and that's what you want. I know the Artesians wanted 7, but they're going to end up with 3. As Coach Duggar has some words for the official, he still thinks that should have been a interference call there on 3rd and goal. So it is 13-10 with 5.5 minutes left to go in this first half. But a really nice long drive for the Artesians. Once again, the defense well rested. And Ethan Hanlon puts it through the uprights. Good game here in this this first half. And both teams kind of started out sloppy. I'm sure the coaches have something to say about the turnovers. Both teams have turned it over twice. Artesians almost had a third turnover, but officials say that the ground caused that fumble. So both teams with 2 turnovers, an interception that went back for a touchdown. That was the backbreaker for the Artesians, and then a fumble. And then Bloomington South has fumbled it twice, and they had 2 fumbles last week against New Albany. The Artesians, like I mentioned, against the Stars, had 4 turnovers, all in the red zone last week. So both teams kind of struggling with turnovers here to start the season, but that's not uncommon. I mean, you had a very, very weird, unorthodox offseason where teams didn't get as many practices in because of COVID-19. So you've got a lot of kids learning and still kind of trying to get things figured out. Hanlon's going to try an onside kick, and it goes right toward the Panthers. Number 27, I think, who was the one. That might have been the easiest onside recovery that Bloomington South will get. That, unfortunately, Hanlon kicked it right to Bloomington South, tried to get a high bounce and just didn't quite get the bounce he wanted. And that went right into the arms of the Panthers. So they will start with good starting field position. Coach Duggar being aggressive after getting having the long drive and getting the 3 points. He was trying to steal a possession here. Griffin's going to get it on the handoff, and he is going to be hit in the backfield immediately. Bo Hess, number 34, I think was first on that play. Second 14. Nice defensive stop there by the Artesians on that first down, carried by Griffin. They're going to keep it himself. DJ Bull, he leaps over one and gets hit hard, but flips over and gets a first down. So about a 15-yard carry for DJ Bull. And he might be hurt, unfortunately. He got upended and landed right on his back kind of awkwardly, and he is still down. And hope he is okay. He's on his feet. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 8 coming up for the Panthers. I might have misspoke on that run. I was looking at the wrong marker, and I thought he had the first down, a longer run than he had, but he just got past the original line of scrimmage and got a couple extra yards. So about a 4 or 5 yard carry for DJ Bull on that. So that brings up a 3rd and 8 situation for the Panthers. So DJ Bull is going to be helped off the sideline, and that will bring up number 2, Zach David, who is not unfamiliar with the quarterback position. They both played quarterback last week against New Albany, so this is not a high-stress situation for David. A little play action now. He's going to try to make something happen. He's going to try with his legs, and he is going to make the first down or be awfully close, but I think he got it. He got about 8 yards, so they convert. So Zach David on that run gets the first down. Stats may not be accurate, but if they are, I believe that is Bloomington South's first down. And it was picked up on a 3rd and 8 by David on a broken play pretty much. It was kind of a scramble. Tolden, he is going to go nowhere. Nice job of the Artesian defensive line there, gets the push. Malachi Pringle, one of the first ones there on that one. Jordan Tolton's helmet came off, so he's going to have to go off. So it is Zach David without his number 1 running back, but he can carry it himself as well. But please look out for on the far side, number 18, Maddox Blackwell, if you're an Artesian fan. He is a weapon for the Panthers. They're going to fake it, play action. They're going to go deep. They're going to try to get to him, but that was well overthrown. That's Blackwell. No way that he can get that. And despite his speed, there was no way, as David well overthrew that.
Pass play defended by Charles Proctor.
Nice defense by the Artesians. Had a man on Blackwell, then some safety over the top, so was kind of ready for just about anything. 3:16 left to go here. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. This could be a big stop for the Artesians. Force Bloomington South to punt, or at least make a decision. Fakes the handoff again. Play action. He's going to go. Got a man wide open, and it's Blackwell. And Blackwell trips. But a penalty flag comes late. We'll see what this is about. But Blackwell caught it and stumbled at the 21-yard line. So it's a 22-yard pass and catch. Five-yard penalty face mask on the Artesians, so add some extra yards on that. Zach David completes his first pass for 22 yards to Blackwell. That's the first reception for Maddox Blackwell. Now he, like I said, did have the interception that went back for a touchdown, so he has already impacted this game despite that being his first reception. But a first down for the Panthers. They're up 13-10. 2:56 left to go in the first half. Artesians really trying to get a stop as the Panthers in the red zone for the first time tonight. And Jordan has it, and he is going to go up the sideline, but I think this is going to come back. I think there was a hold there on the left side, and that's how number 22, Jordan Tolden, was able to bounce out, have so much room on that left side. There's a flag at the 20-yard line, so that's going to go. It is a holding against the Panthers, so that'll move them back 10 yards.
Back to the 30-yard line.
So after the penalty, it is still first down for the Panthers. 1st and 23. Gives it to Tolden again on the left side, and he is met and hit hard. Number 24, Tanner Smith, was the first one there. And that went for a 1-yard loss. And Jordan Tolden just hasn't been able to get anything going. This Artesian defense, I tell you, is really, really stout. Really, they only have the one play, that 39-yard touchdown pass that the Panthers had that really hurt them. Other than that, they've been pretty stout. David going to go back to pass. Gets a little pressure from Hess. He's going to scramble, and he will go down just shy of the 25, the 26-yard line, and a flag comes late. They're going to say the Artesians probably unnecessary roughness on the quarterback, but I think what happened was the Artesian player fell on the quarterback. It wasn't a late hit, and that's what Coach Duggar's trying to argue. So Bloomington South will get a huge break here after the scramble. So it will still be second down. Hand it off to number 35, who gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like. So third down here for the Artesians. 3rd and 5. Guessing Panthers probably going to be in 4-down territory here. Don't know their kicking situation, if they would run out a field goal kicker or not. But play clock's down to 10. See if Coach Johnson runs a play or calls a timeout. This is all set up on a personal foul penalty against the Artesians that was pretty questionable, and now Coach Johnson will have to call a timeout. Play clock was running down. That was a tough penalty to take for the Artesians. As Zach David, the quarterback, was scrambling and went down, and an Artesian player kind of fell right on top of him as soon as he hit the ground, but it wasn't a malicious thing. It didn't look like it, but officials saw it differently, and penalty was thrown, and now Panthers have it 3rd and 3. Make it 3rd and 4 maybe. It's a big 3rd down here, but Panthers probably in 4-down territory if I had to guess. We've got less than a minute to go, and this is also a big play because the Panthers will get the football to start the second half. So Artesians really can't give up a touchdown here, then give it back to the Panthers to start the second half. Going to fake it to Peck. Going to look it to Blackwell. Blackwell's caught it, and he's going to score. That's the one player you can't let beat you. And Zach David with the touchdown pass. Blackwell, this second touchdown, first receiving touchdown of the night. And here's the replay, and Blackwell about 3 yards of separation from his defender and was able to get into the end zone. And 19-10, the South leads it. Kick is up, and it is good. So a 20-10 lead for the Panthers, and they will get it to start the second half. There's still 45 seconds left, so I don't know what Coach Duggar has in his offensive playbook here. Artesians got, like I said, tough situation there as they the penalty that kind of went in the favor of the Bloomington South Panthers that gave them 15 yards. So went from a second and long, would have been to about a second manageable. And a couple plays later, Bloomington South with the touchdown. The pass from Zach David to Maddox Blackwell for his second touchdown of the night. One interception return for a touchdown and the receiving touchdown. So we'll see what the special teams does here for South. I'm guessing they're going to kick this as deep as they can. They don't want to give the Artesians a short field. It looks like it's Tyler Cox with it, and he'll see if he can make some room. He does find a hole, bounces to the outside. He does get tackled, so this could set something up for the Artesians. Gets it across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So this might change what Coach Duggar does here. It might be kind of aggressive. So Artesians, I know they've used one timeout. They had to use another timeout due to a clock issue, so I don't know if they were given that timeout back or not. So they do have at least one timeout, maybe two left. And obviously in high school, the clock will stop once a first down is made. So Artesians can get some big plays that can maybe at least get 3 points and make this a one-possession game again. 5 seconds on the play clock. Going to have to hurry up and snap it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they do get it off. Quick little screen pass to Mabry. Mabry's got some room, bounces to the outside, spins, cannot get out of bounds, though, so that clock's going to keep going, and Coach Duggar's going to have to burn his timeout. Mabry was trying to get to the sideline, but just could not make it. Mabry with his 5th reception of the night goes for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up. So Artesians last week, they actually trailed going into the locker room 7-6. So if they aren't able to put any points on the board, it's early on in this season, not really unfamiliar for them to go into the locker room down. 20-10 right now. Artesians would love to get a touchdown here, but if they can't, 3 points would be good too. Like I said, make this a one-possession game.
We're saluting all of our seniors tonight, and a special thank you to the seniors for their years of participation, and to the parents and sponsors of our senior members who have contributed greatly to our athletic programs.
Still waiting for the officials to start the clock here. Here we go. And it's Cheatham. Cheatham has it, and he's going to cut inside. He will get the first down, so that will stop the clock. It's about a 7-yard play there. Cheatham's 4th catch of the night. So the first down will stop the clock, so chance for the Artesians to get set and snap the ball as soon as the clock gets going. Once the chains are set, the official will start the game clock. Martin, he's going to get pressure. He's going to throw to Mabry. Mabry, and he is tackled inbounds, and Coach Duggar will use his final timeout. So obviously it looks like he didn't have to use that one timeout earlier in the first quarter. Official gave him that one back because it was a clock issue. So that is the 20th pass attempt for Ty Martin. And he only had 22 all of last game. So he's almost passed it as many times as he did the entire game last week. This first half has taken some time. It's probably going to be at least an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes when this first half ends. All right. Artesians, no timeouts left, so they get tackled inbounds and don't get a first down. This clock is probably going to run out on them. 18 seconds left, roughly. Second down coming up for the Artesians. Really want to get some points on the board because Bloomington South will start the second half with the football. Martin's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it across to Cheatham. Cheatham spins out of bounds, but I think he was going to have the first down anyway, which he does. So about a 7-yard pass play there. I do not know Ethan Hanlon's range. I don't know how long of a of a field goal he has. Just heard from the producer that 45 yards, he hit a 45-yard field goal in practice. Now, obviously, practice and games, a little different situation, so we're trying to get him close. Martin, and he's going to force it, and it is thrown incomplete. And that is something Martin cannot do. We just kind of double pumped it and then threw it up to Cheatham, and he had 2 or 3 defenders waiting for the football. You don't want to waste this possession here, like I was just told from Eric Meyer. Coach Duggar said that Ethan Hanlon has hit a 45-yard field goal in practice. So that's close to where he was at right now. About 45-yard if he had to kick it right here. But obviously Artesians want to put the football in the end zone. Martin rolls out. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man. Oh, incomplete off the hands. And it was Skaggs who had his man beat.
Defended by 2 of the South defenders.
Martin threw a great ball, hit Skaggs right in the hands, but unfortunately could not hang on. That would have been a great play. So they will send Ethan Hanlon out for, it's about a 44, 45-yard field goal for the kicker. Sophomore kicker. Well, we will see what happens here. Blackwell is back for kick is up. It is not going to make it. And that will do it. And for the first half, Artesians have a nice drive but cannot turn it into points. And they go into the locker room down 20-10 to the Bloomington South Panthers. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with some halftime stats after this.
Don't do that.
Work can be overwhelming.
School can be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I do enough at home.
I don't feel like myself at home.
I don't know if I'm making the right choices for my future.
I have no idea what to do with my future.
I have anxiety.
I get so depressed.
I just wish someone could understand.
We may be your parents,
but we've been in your shoes.
And we fought the same battles.
No matter what you're facing,
we're here for you.
And you're not in this alone.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports, also watching live on MHS Rewind YouTube channel here at Sadowitz Field. Artesians trail the Bloomington South Panthers 20-10. This is a game that has gone back and forth. A lot of, one team will grab momentum, then it seems like the next play or two, the other team is able to snatch it right back. Both teams with 2 turnovers. Artesians were able to get there, 1 touchdown. A Ty Martin pass back of the end zone to number 22, Braxton Dilly. And Bloomington South, they have not really had the football very long. Their first score came on a touchdown pass from DJ Bull, 39-yard touchdown pass. And then the Panthers were able to score again on an interception that went to the house for a touchdown. And then they took the 20-10 lead on a pass from Zach David to Maddox Blackwell. So 3 scores for the Panthers, and 1 touchdown and a field goal by Ethan Hanlon. Ethan Hanlon really tried to get a long field goal at the end of the half, but just could not connect it. So right now we've got we've got about 12 more minutes until the start of the second half. We'll go ahead, in case you weren't able to watch or see any of the footage from last week's game at Bedford North Lawrence, we'll go ahead and show you some of the highlights, and those were taken by former MHS Rewind student Carl Van Devener. Here are the highlights from last week's game at Bedford North Lawrence.
Tackle made by number 92.
Like straight down, quarterback to straight. Okay. Pump that ball. We're all over it. Hey!
And those were the highlights from last week's game at Bedford North Lawrence, a 13-6 win for the Martinsville Artesians. The footage was brought to you by, like I said, former Martinsville alum and MHS Rewind, Carl Van Dievener. So thank him for letting us use that footage. We're going to take a quick break here. Got about 6 minutes left of halftime. We're going to come back with some halftime stats after this.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
And welcome back, everyone. WRP 15 Sports, watching live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Halftime here at Satterwoods Field of the Artesians and the Panthers. Artesians trail the Panthers 20-10. Look at some stats here, broken down. The passing yards for the Artesians, 134 yards from Tyrus Martin. 71-yard passings for the Panthers, kind of split between DJ Bull. He had to leave the game due to injury, but then Zach David came in and took over. Zach David and DJ Bull kind of split quarterback responsibilities last week as well, so not a huge change for the Artesians, but we hope DJ Bull is okay. Rushing yards for the Artesians, 47 yards carrying the football, mainly done by Tyler Cox. He had 13 carries. For the Panthers, they had 40 yards on the ground. Most of that was done by Jordan Tolden, who had 6 carries, but really not a whole lot of yardage. Zach David had about 18 yards just from scrambling. And as far as first downs go, big advantage for the Artesians. I believe they had 11 first downs to the Bloomington South Panthers 1, but that's just because the Artesians have had these really long, sustained drives, converting on third downs. And Bloomington South, they've either kind of turned it over or it's been a real quick play. Now, they did have somewhat of a sustained drive leading up to their last touchdown that they had, which gave them some extra yards. As far as turnovers, both teams had 2 turnovers. I believe both teams had the 2 turnovers in the first quarter of the game and kind of cleaned things up. Things looked a little better in that second quarter, but both teams with 2 turnovers apiece. So 3 minutes left to go here at halftime. So we're going to take another quick break. We'll come back and get ready for the second half of football after this.
Don't do that.
Work can be overwhelming.
School can be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I do enough at home.
I don't feel like myself at home.
I don't know if I'm making the right choices for my future.
I have no idea what to do with my future.
I have anxiety.
I get so depressed.
I just wish someone could understand.
We may be your parents.
But we've been in your shoes.
And we fought the same battles.
No matter what you're facing,
We're here for you.
And you're not in this alone.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports, MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Eric Burns here giving you the play-by-play call. The Martinsville Artesians and the Bloomington South Panthers. Panthers lead it 20-10. Panthers coming back onto the field. Artesians came back on the field about a minute ago, so we'll probably get a little bit more time put on the clock. Right now it reads 1 minute. We'll probably have 3 minutes added to this. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of play. So here's the lone touchdown for the Artesians. You see Martin under pressure gets it to Dilly in the back of the end zone for the score. That gave the Artesians the lead. They actually recovered a fumble shortly after that, but the very next play, this happened. This next highlight, this is Blackwell, the defensive back and great receiver. He picks it and then goes up the sideline, makes the man miss there, and then it's a foot race, and like Coach Duggar said, Blackwell is faster than fast, which showed it right there, and that made the score 13-10, and the Panthers had a touchdown early in the first quarter, but then this is what made it a 20-10 game, and Blackwell once again with this time a touchdown reception. So he's got 2 touchdowns, one on the offensive side of the football, one on the defensive side of the football. That made it 20-10. Artesians, even though they only had about 50 seconds left, they actually had a really nice drive. It was set up by Tyler Cox, who had a nice return, got it out to the about 45-yard line. Artesians got it to a 44 field goal try for Ethan Hanlon, but he missed that kick, and we are at 20-10 is your score. Bloomington South will take the opening kickoff of the second half, so Artesian defense really have to get a stop here to start. You really don't want to dig yourself into a hole and let the Panthers score a touchdown and go down 27-10 in the second half. So still in it, only down 10. The defense can get a stop, and Artesians get some points on the board next possession. You're right there. So defense has been solid. They've forced 2 turnovers from the Panthers. Gave up that 39-yard touchdown pass early in the first quarter from DJ Bull to Griffin, and that was on a 3rd and 9. You really thought that the Artesians were going to get a 3 and out, but the Panthers strike first. Missed the extra point. Artesians were able to score and go up 7-6 with the extra point. Good. Then, like I mentioned, got a turnover from the Artesians on a fumble. Really good momentum, but then a pick 6 from Blackwell. And then the Panthers were able to score again on a reception from Blackwell. And that was kind of helped. The officials called a roughing the passer. David was kind of in a scramble mode, went down. Would have been a 2nd and long situation. They were still really far from the first down marker. Artesian defender jumped on David, and the official said it was too late. Coach, I think, argued that the defender was either tripped or pushed into the quarterback, and it was not a late hit. Official said otherwise. That gave the Panthers 15 yards, and a couple plays later, they got into the end zone to take a 20-10 lead. 1 minute left here at halftime, so we're going to get ready to get set up for the second half. Artesians will kick it off to the Panthers. Once again, we thank you if you're watching on MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Obviously, you can catch this broadcast locally on WREP 15. So if you're a Martinsville fan watching or Bloomington fan watching, we do appreciate it. And Eric Meyer does such a good job, and his students, he will try to get as many home fall sport events as can stream live. So that way, because people maybe not feeling comfortable due to COVID-19 of coming into game or being limited on who can come in, who can't, you can watch this game live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. That includes boys and girls soccer, volleyball, football. We'll try to get as many home games as we can. The reason that we can't go on the road is because these other schools, because of the COVID-19 stuff, they are trying to they're doing their own streaming. So because of capacity and different things like that, we are not allowed to do any away games, at least not right now that we can see. The Artesians will be at Greenwood football-wise next Friday. Greenwood will do their own streaming. I do not know exactly how to access that. If you want to look into that, maybe you look at Artesian Athletics Twitter page. They might have some information when they're closer to the game time. But be in mind, that is a streaming service that you may have to sign up for in advance and possibly pay for. I know there are some schools, just because of the financial situation and the loss of ticket revenue and some of the financial strains that they're in, they are charging to stream some of those games. So I don't know if that will be the case next week at Greenwood, but if you are a fan and can't make it to the Greenwood High School for that game and you want to try to stream it through Greenwood's streaming service, you may want to keep an eye out a couple days before the game so you know if you will have to pay for it or if you'll have to sign up early. As of right now, MHS Rewind, we're able to do these games at no cost. So as of right now, we're able to do that for free. If you would like to advertise on our channel, contact Eric Meyer at the high school, and he will be more than happy to talk with you and kind of talk some of those details. You're going to have a lot of eyes, especially on these YouTube live streaming with the COVID-19 situation. A lot of people just really aren't wanting to go to games, maybe not feeling comfortable or just can't because of the capacity limits. So if you're interested, contact Eric Meyer. Get a little pooch kick here, and that's going to find a hole, but it is going to be recovered at around the 30-yard line for the Panthers, and that is where they will take over. That's twice that Ethan Hanlon on his kickoff has tried to get a squib kick and find it in the soft part of the return team, but Bloomington South has been right there. So about the 31-yard line is where the Panthers will start this third quarter. And number 4, DJ Bull, is under center again, or in the shotgun, I should say. Nope, he actually is going to go under center. He was injured in the first half, and now he's going to go back in the shotgun. So good to see DJ Bull back after the scary injury. Took a hard fall. He's going to go back to pass. Quick pass to number 11, Jalen Peck, who catches that and gets it out to about almost the 40-yard line, about 3 yards shy of the 40. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 situation for the Artesian defense. So a quick pass by DJ Bull to Jalen Peck. Takes a snap, and it's going to be handed off, and not a whole lot of running room. A nice gain tackling there by the Artesians. There's about 3 or 4 or 5 red jerseys right there to meet number 22, Jordan Tolden. And Tolden, he's had several carries, just has not really gotten a lot of room trying to go up the middle, and that Artesian defensive line has been really, really stout. Defensive line coached by former defensive coordinator, Coach Randy McKinney. Defensive coordinator for the Artesians is defensive coordinator Alan Trump. So Artesians looking to get a stop here, go with 3 and out. That would be huge. And they're going to go try to get to Blackwell. Good coverage. Nice job by the Artesians. Number 21, excellent coverage. Larry Bland, you cannot get better coverage than that. He was step for step with Blackwell, turned his head, found the ball, knocked it away. Absolutely textbook coverage there by Larry Bland. So defense does exactly what they had to do in this opening second half, is get a 3 and out. So the Panthers are showing a punting situation here. And you've got 2 first-year coaches on both sidelines. You kind of never know what to look for here. And they are going to punt it away. Takes a funky spin, and it's going to take a bounce, and that's going to be a great punt for the Panthers as Artesian return man. I think that was Bland again back there. He had to get away from it because that was a high kick, and it was kind of taking a funky spin, and it went in the Panthers' direction. So at about the 17-yard line is where this Artesian offense will start. Now they have not really been explosive, but they have put together some really long sustained drives. Haven't really had those big explosive plays that Bloomington South has had. Martin fakes it. Going to get it to Mabry. Mabry tries to get a block, does get a little bit of a block from Skaggs and rolls to about the 30-yard line. So it will be close to a first down. I think he's got it. He does. About a yard or two more than he needed for the first down. So about a 12-yard catch as Martin finds his go-to receiver in this early season to Mabry. Skaggs, he is going to be tackled immediately. Might have got a yard or two on that catch, but Skaggs nowhere to go after he caught it. So actually got more than I thought. Looks like he's got about 3 yards on that catch. So Martin has already thrown it more than he did all of last week, I should say, at Bedford North Lawrence. Now, really hasn't slung it deep too many times. A lot of these kind of short passes or little shovel passes is what has been his bread and butter so far tonight. And it's going to be another one just to find the soft part of the coverage there as Mabry stretching for extra yardage, gets the first down. Artesians, once again, just kind of that long sustained drive. Already a couple first downs on this drive, and here they go, marching down the field. Hands it off. Cox finds a hole, and he gets tripped up at the 50. If he doesn't get tripped up, who knows how much further he could have ran, but gets tripped up right at midfield. But a nice first down run there for Tyler Cox. Pressure. Martin's going to get, and he's going to escape it, and he's going to have to throw it away. And he does, but it's going to be intentional to grounding. I don't think it made it to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to be probably intentional grounding is what this penalty is going to be. I thought Martin was going down, so good job by him to just avoid the sack, but trying to throw it away and end up going to be probably an intentional grounding. Now, he was out of the tackle box, but it did not make it to the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what the discussion is going to be here, and it will be intentional grounding, which I think is the right call. I think it's a loss of down. So it kind of is like a sack after the penalty. So 3rd and long now for the Artesians, and scoreboard says 3rd and 16, under 9 minutes to go now. It's a huge killer, especially after the nice first down run by Tyler Cox to get you to midfield, but now you're back behind the 40. Martin's going to have to throw this and pretty much throw it away. He had pressure, and Mabry was well covered by number 3, Joe Stevens, and it looks like the Artesians are going to have to punt this away. So after a couple first downs and the looks of a promising drive, Artesians, after the intentional grounding penalty, is going to have to punt this one away, and Bloomington South will get the football back. And Bloomington South has been able to get a lot of pressure coming from their defensive ends. Not really a lot of pressure coming from up the middle, but these ends have been able to get around and cause Martin to maybe hurry some few throws that he really doesn't want to throw. And Pemberton, nice, fair catch, and Nice punt there by Wes Pemberton. At the 29-yard line is where South will take over. So Artesian defense did their job last time out, forced a 3-and-out for the Panthers. Let's see if they can do it again, or better yet, force a turnover here and give the offense some short field to work with. South already has 2 turnovers on the night, 2 fumbles. Blackwell in motion. They fake it to him, and they give it to nowhere to go there up the middle. I think that's Ethan Potteroff who just pulled down Jordan Tolden immediately for about a 3-yard loss there. And South was hoping that with the Maddox Blackwell going in, or Maddox Blackwell, I should say, going in motion, that Artesians would maybe lean toward him a little bit, but they were not fooled whatsoever. So Bull will go into the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, play action. He's going to roll. He's looking for Blackwell, and he gets hit. And I thought Blackwell had sprung loose, but I think Bull was pretty much made up his mind he was going to run. Because Blackwell looked like he was up the sideline. He might have had a safety that was forcing him to keep that football, but about a 6-yard run there on the scramble for DJ Bull. So it's going to be 3rd and about 6, 3rd and 7 for the South Panthers. 3rd and 6 is what it will be. So Artesians with a chance to force another 3-and-out, but Bull, he's going to back to pass. He's got a man wide open. And on the sideline, finally dragged down. Matthew Griffin with the reception, but he got tackled, and I don't think it was anything malicious, but it's just his legs kind of got tangled up underneath him. He's going to stay out there, but he is hobbling. So number 7 here on the near side, he made that first down catch, but got tackled in his legs and ankles, kind of got caught underneath him. And Tolden will have it on the right side, and this is his best run of the night, and he's still going and gets tackled at about the 35-yard line. Got hit hard on that far sideline, but now back-to-back plays for the Panthers. And now Bloomington South is on the move. So Artesian defense needs to stop here because South offense really showing some promise here on this drive. Bull, he's going to throw. He's looking right. Now he's scrambling. And there's going to be a holding penalty and broken up. But there's going to be a holding call on the Bloomington South Panthers as Bull was about to be brought down, but Bloomington South offensive lineman grabbed the Artesian defender and pulled him down. So that'll move Bloomington South back 10 yards. That's tough for an offensive lineman to hold their block for that long. DJ Bull was looking to go at 2 different receivers, then went right and was trying to scramble, and offensive lineman just had to tackle his defender, or Bull would have gone down for a sack. So 1st and 25, ball at midfield for South Panthers. Give it to Tolden on the right-hand side, and he nearly breaks free, but is slung down by the Artesian defense there on that left side. I think Malachi Pringle was in there on that tackle along with several other Martinsville defenders. Jordan Tolden has had one big run, and that was just a couple plays ago, but since then, really not a whole lot. And that's just because Artesians have done a really good job of gang tackling. Bull, he's going to throw it, and he's nearly intercepted. Griffin was thrown over his head, and Blackwell was there too. Bland was also there in coverage for the Artesians, so an incomplete pass, and this is going to be 3rd and 26 for the Panthers. So Artesians definitely don't want to give up a first down, but you don't want to give Bloomington South too much yards and give them the decision to go for it on 4th down. You're down 10 with 5:54 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Still plenty of time, but Artesian offense needs the ball, and they probably need a score here before the end of the quarter to stay in striking distance. DJ Bull, he's going to fake it, play action. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. It is caught. Tackled out of bounds. Going to be a few yards shy of the fourth down, but like I said, now that's going to give Bloomington South a chance to really go for it on fourth down, because it went from third and 26 to fourth and about 5 maybe. So now South will go for it here. Coach Johnson really no hesitation on this play. Need to stop here. 4th and 6, ball at the Artesian 31-yard line. DJ Bull in the shotgun. Jordan Tolden to his right. You got to look out for 18. They're going to fake it to Bull. He is going to be dropped. He made his completion, but the receiver fell down, and as soon as he hit the ground, that play was over. Tyson Smith with the catch. But the throw was kind of low. Tyson Smith, not a lot of room to run. And the Artesian defense gets the stop on fourth down. So now it's the offense's turn to make something happen. Defense did their job. It's time for the offense to get a drive here and put some points on the board. Like I said, Artesians really haven't had that big explosive play yet. Mabry had in the first quarter had a nice high catch. He went up 4, but it's probably been the biggest play so far, and that's an intercepted. That went off a receiver trying to get it to Braxton Wright, and now it's Blackwell again. It's his second interception. He is making players miss, and he is going to maybe go to the end zone, and he will. And there's a flag that comes late. There's a couple flags that came, so hold everything, but still, Maddox Blackwell with his second interception and possibly his second touchdown. But there was a flag, so that may take away the touchdown. But still, Maddox Blackwell will have his second interception. And Martin was trying to get that to 47, Braxton Wright, but it bounced off couldn't see if it was bounced off a Bloomington South player, got a hand on it, or if it hit a Martinsville player, but got some discussions here. Right now, it's a touchdown. Bloomington South. Blackwell would be his third touchdown, his second pick 6 of the night. Personal foul on the Panthers, excuse me. So that will, I believe, take away the touchdown, but it does give Bloomington South the football at the 20-yard line with a fresh set of downs. So now you're asking a lot of your defense to run back out there after getting a stop on fourth down and get another stop. It's a first down for the Panthers. Hands it off up the middle. And a few yards there, but not a whole lot. Second down. It's Bloomington South, 2nd and 8. 4:34 left to go. And they hand it off left side, nowhere to go. It's dropped, I think, behind the line of scrimmage. 24 there for the Artesians with that tackle, Tanner Smith. It's another tackle for loss for him, so 3rd and about 9 coming up for the South Panthers. So the Artesian defense, a chance to really make 2 big stops. Because our Panthers probably going to be in 4-down territory here, regardless of what happens on this play. Artesians really haven't given the Panthers much room to run. Most of their runs have been scrambles. So DJ Bull, he's going to look to pass this time. He's got a man. It is picked off. It's Bland. What a play by Larry Bland, who stepped in front of the pass that was intended for number 11, Jalen Peck of the South Panthers, and number 21 for the Artesians. Larry Bland steps in front of it, picks it off, and now the Artesians have life again. Larry Bland, that's his biggest play of the night, but he had that really nice defensive play against Blackwell where he just played it perfectly. We'll take a look at the replay here. DJ Bull, we think he has a touchdown here, and Larry Bland just steps right in front of the pass that was intended for Peck, takes it a few yards, and Artesian offense has it at the 19-yard line, but the offense has to get something going. They've got to get some big plays going. Hands it off. Nice job there. Nice first down run there. Believe that's Tyler Cox again. It is. That's a good start of this drive. Gives Martinsville a little bit of breathing room. A quick pass there, Mabry, but he is going to be dragged behind the line of scrimmage. Big number 92 for the South Panthers was right there. Isaiah Rodriguez, 6 foot, 293 defensive lineman. He read that play to perfection. And now a third down, and a big third down play for the Artesians, because if they do not convert here, you're more than likely going to have to punt it back to the Panthers. And your defense has been out there quite a bit this third quarter. Hands it off. Nowhere to go there. Pretty conservative play call there, and just a run up the middle and ran into a brick wall. So punting team will have to go out there, and West Pemberton's going to have to boot this one. Tyler Cox just not quite the running room he had last night against the Star, or last week against the Stars. Has had a few nice runs, but Pemberton end over end kick there, and that's going to bounce toward the Artesians, exactly what Weston wants to do. Now Blackwell will scoop this up, so you have to watch Blackwell here because he can turn, and he does not. This time he does get tackled to the 35-yard line, but anytime that Maddox Blackwell touches the football, if you're an Artesian fan, you kind of hold your breath. But a great punt there by Weston Pemberton to at least flip the field a little bit. Still got a score of 20-10. So first down for the Panthers. DJ Bull back in the shotgun. Hands it off to Tolden around the right side, and he gets some nice yardage there. Second down coming up for the Panthers. Artesians this quarter especially have done a really nice job of, they were in some tough situations, but have able to keep the Panthers off the scoreboard. Tolden, nope, might have got a yard, but it's going to bring up a third down again for the Panthers. Artesians defense holds strong. Third and about 2, really. Artesians could get a stop here. That would force the Panthers to think about it. Probably would punt it with a 20-10 lead. And DJ Bull's going to keep it himself, and he will get the first down, and he's going to get to the second level, and you're not going to catch him. DJ Bull on that little keeper around the right side, and he scores. And that'll make it 26-10 Panthers with under a minute to go here in this third quarter. And here's a replay here. We'll get the whole thing. So it looks like we've shown the replay here. That's the touchdown, but it looks like there is a flag right at the line of scrimmage, and it's a holding against the Bloomington South Panthers. I apologize. I missed the flag. I was watching DJ Bull go down the sideline, then went right to the replay. But a holding penalty will move the Panthers back, and more importantly for the Artesians, take away a touchdown. So now it goes from a touchdown and a 26-10 score to a 3rd and long, and the score stays at a 10-point deficit for the Artesians. So that's a huge penalty call that goes against the South Panthers. Third and long for the Panthers. Bull back to pass. He's got a man wide open. It's Jalen Peck, and it is. Oh, he dropped it. Jalen Peck was wide open. There was a Martinsville safety there, but Peck there's nowhere really anywhere 4 or 5 yards around him. He at least would have caught it on the sideline and got the first down and much, much more. Don't know if he would have taken it to the house, but at least would have given South Panthers a first down. And Jalen Peck might have just been too wide open. So mark that down, that play. And a line drive punt, and just going to stay away from it, but it's going to take another south roll, and it'll be down at about the 19-yard line. So another good punt and a roll for the South Panthers, and that will down it right before the end of the third quarter. 0.2 seconds left. So Artesians will get one more play with less than a second left on the clock. And nearly picked off. Ty Martin was eyeing his receiver, looking for Cheatham on that far sideline, and nearly got picked. Fortunately, Artesians will keep the football going into the fourth quarter. We'll be back with that fourth and final quarter after this.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
Welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports. Eric Burns here giving you the fourth and final quarter at Sidewoods Field. Artesians have some work to do. They're down 20-10. They do have the football. Nearly picked off right before the end of the third quarter, but incomplete. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up for Ty Martin and his offense. Ty Martin looking to pass, and he's going to go to Chase Mabry, and incomplete. Mabry and Blackwell kind of battling each other. Looks like Ty Martin, who has kind of gone to that quick out for those 4 or 5 yard passes most of the night, looked at Cheatham first, kind of hoping that the defense would bite on that and then try to get Mabry going up the seam. But Blackwell, great athlete, smart football player, is not fooled, and good defensive play there for the Panthers. Now, 3rd and 10 for Artesians. Need to get a first down here or something. Tyler Cox in space. Can he get to the first down? He does, I think. I don't know where he stepped out. It will be a first down. He got it to the 31, needed to get to the 29. So Tyler Cox, you see what happens when you can get him in space. Tyler Cox, good athlete. And when you can get him outside in space, he can really do a lot of damage. Artesians go a little quick here. Pick up the tempo, and Cheatham gets it knocked away. Cheatham's had a nice game. Had about 4, 5 catches tonight. Number 88. Once again, Artesian's really just looking for that big play. I mean, that a big 40, 50-yard plus play. That's what they've been missing. Tyler Cox gets to the outside, makes a couple man miss, gets it to the 35-yard line, I would say. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 coming up. Martin's going to hand it off on a draw play. Tyler Cox will get to the 50-yard line. They ran that draw play in the first half, and it went for a big run, and they go to it again, and it works. So a big first down, and I think that last time they did it was on 3rd down. Draw play they've run a couple times. Here's the replay. See Tyler Cox with some space and gets the first down and more. As we are back live now, as Tyler Cox with another run gets it out to the 45, so a 5-yard pickup there. So now this drive is starting to gain some traction here. You're down 2 scores, so you need to put points on the board on this drive, I think. If you come away empty-handed, it's going to be really tough to get back into this game. So you need points in some way, shape, or form. A little quick pass to Mabry. Mabry, see if he can find some space, and he runs into big number 77, and not a whole lot of room. Maybe got a yard, half a yard maybe. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Third and 4. Quick pass to Mabry off his fingertips and incomplete. Nearly intercepted. I think Mabry had something there too. If Martin throws that on target, I think Mabry cuts inside and at least gets the first down. And I think if you're Coach Duggar, you kind of have to go for it here. Yeah, there's 10 minutes left in this game, but you're down 2 scores. You have plenty of time in your play clock. You got 20 seconds left, so you don't need to rush anything. Tried to get Bloomington South to jump. They nearly did. But officials say the defender got back in time. There on that left side, that Bloomington South player nearly jumped. And that time Bloomington South did jump. Wow. So the Artesians, who thought they nearly had a 5-yard penalty and a first down earlier, there's a defensive lineman who just jumped. And the Artesians get the first down on the penalty, so they'll take it. Fresh set of downs. Ball at the 39-yard line. Martin rolls to his right. He's going to throw it. Has a man, but it is tackled immediately. It's Mabry Nope, Garrett Skaggs, excuse me, out there, number 16, with about a 5-yard reception. Martin does have to be careful. He has these really long throws that, if Bloomington South reads that right, can be picked off. But so far, Martin's done a really nice job, avoided that. Yes, he's been picked twice, but not on those type of throws. And one pick was kind of a funky one that bounced off 2 or maybe 3 guys. As Cox stops and still on his feet and gets near the first down. I think he's got it. Another first down for the Artesians. Tyler tries to bounce it out the right side, cuts back in, and once again, just hard to bring down. Now Tyler Cox, who is really starting to string together these 6, 7, 8-yard runs together. That's another 7-yard run, I think, be 2nd and 3 coming up for the Artesians. It's like Tyler Cox is getting stronger as the game goes on. Or the defensive line is kind of wearing down for Bloomington South, and the offensive line is kind of picking it up, but things right now are clicking for this offense. They've done most of their damage on the ground. See if they can continue this. Now they're down 2 scores with 8:25 left, so has another one and another first down that stops the clock. So see if Coach Duggar just continues with the ground game. And this is working, so you might as well keep doing it. However, you're going to need to get a stop at some point in this game and then score it again, and you may have to score quick depending on how much time is left. Now, there's a lot of what-ifs there. First thing you have to do is at least put points on the board here. Fakes the one pass, flips it, and fakes the pitch, and then gives it to Dilly, who had the touchdown reception earlier, and doesn't get a whole lot. So a lot of movement and action on that play, and didn't really go where Coach Duggar wanted it to go. So as deeper as we go into this game, the more and more important that the clock will become. Martin back to pass. He's going to air it out. He's got a man. It is caught. Touchdown. Ty Martin, his 2nd touchdown pass of the night, and it goes to number 28, Tyler Cox. So good to see Tyler Cox, who put in so much work and got so much of this drive on the ground, gets to experience the end zone, but as a reception, he'll take it. Here is the replay here. Tyler Cox with the touchdown reception. Kick is up. It is, we're back live. Kick is up. It is good. So Ethan Hanlon gets the important extra point. It is a 1-possession game, 3-point game, 20-17. Artesians kind of right back in this. Good game here at Ciderwoods Field. You've got 2 coaches, head coaches for the first time, first-year coaches, and Brian Duggar of the Artesians and Gabe Johnson of the Panthers. And a fun storyline is both of these coaches know each other, but as coordinators, Brian Duggar, the offensive coordinator of Southport, Gabe Johnson, defensive coordinator of Bloomington South. Both of those teams were in Conference Indiana, and now they're head coaches moving the chess pieces, trying to figure things out. So Gabe Johnson, his defensive coordinator expertise was really good in pretty much almost that entire third quarter. But then Coach Duggar in the start of that fourth quarter really used some of his offensive expertise to have a long drive and capped it off with a touchdown pass from Ty Martin to Tyler Cox. Let's see what Ethan Hanlon does here, if he can boot this deep. He does, so that's a good kick there for Hanlon, and it will stay in bounds. It will, so a touchback So they scrap the pooch kick, trying to surprise Bloomington South, and Ethan Hamlin just kicks it deep. That was a good, strong kick by the by number 4, the kicker. You have to remember, this game could have been looked entirely different. DJ Bull had a QB keeper that went all the way to the house. However, there was a holding penalty called that moved it back, and it pretty much gave the ball back to the Artesians eventually and kept Bloomington South off the scoreboard. So this would have looked much different if that holding penalty was not called. So here we go. DJ Bull, quick pass, and nice quick tackle there by the Artesians on that far side. Charles Proctor with that stop. Second down for the Panthers, 2nd and 6. And keep your eye on number 18. He is Blackwell. It's DJ Bull, and he's got nowhere to go. He'll go backwards. He was going to go around the left side, then was going to cut back and just got immediately gang tackled. And a big third down here for the Artesians. Malachi Pringle was in there on that last tackle, and Coach Duggar is excited on that sideline. He is trying to get his team pumped up. Huge play. So far, it's the play of the game. 6.5 minutes to go. 3rd and 8 from the Bloomington South 22-yard line. DJ Bull back to pass. He's looking. Malachi Pringle gives us a pressure. He's going to go down. DJ Bull maybe got back to the line of scrimmage or lost a yard. Great defensive pressure, and our Artesian defense gets the stop. And now Bloomington South is going to have to punt it away. By the time they punt this, here is the replay. DJ Bull gets flushed out and goes down. And our Artesians have brought some, and we got a penalty flag here. I don't know what this is on here. It's either going to be some sort of procedure penalty or legal substitution. I don't know and it's going to be a procedure penalty against South, so that'll move them back. So that'll put their punter with his heels at the goal line. Now, Coach Duggar has some experience as a special teams coordinator, so we'll see if he brings some pressure, dials something up. It's a low snap. He gets it away, but it will take an Artesian or a Panther roll, and Bloomington South, they had a huge break there because that snap was not good. It kind of rolled to the ground, and the South punter was fortunate just to get that away. So the Artesian offense back on the field. 5 minutes, 37 seconds left. Fourth quarter, Ciderwoods Field, rivalry game, week 2, Indiana High School football. This is a good one here. Cox spin moves and doesn't get a whole lot more after that spin. And there's a late flag. This will probably go against South. Looks like this is going to be a late hit against the South Panthers. We'll see what the official call is. And it is a late hit. And a 1-yard run turns into a 15-yard penalty for the Artesians and will put them in the South territory. 5:28 to go. Takes the handoff. Gives it to Cheatham. Cheatham makes a couple men miss. Still driving those legs. Gets it to the 35. So a nice first down play there for the Artesians. This is where Coach Duggar, his OC experience, is really going to come in handy here. Got plenty of time, so you don't really have to. You can use all the plays in your playbook right here. If you want to keep running it and grounding it, you can do that. Martinsville, I believe, still has all their timeouts, but 5:22, a lot of time left. Cox stops, literally stops, gets a huge block. Gets out, nearly broke it, but got a huge block from Braxton Wright, number 47, the big guy, with a clean block that sent Bloomington South defender flying. That really gave Cox a few extra yards. So the officials are going to call a timeout. I think the Coach Johnson is going to, I think he wants a penalty on that block from Braxton Wright, but so a big 3rd and 1 right here for the Artesians. Obviously, you're in 4-down territory here. I don't think you want to try a field goal at this point. Cox, he's got it. He got across the 30 he needed to get there in forward progress. Officials have already called the first down, so good run by Tyler Cox, a kid who's so good in space, but really needed to just get between the tackles there and got the yardage he needed. Martin, little pump fake. Going to try to get Cheatham. He caught it. Cheatham with the catch inside the 10-yard line, make it inside the 5. Cheatham and his defender doing a little hand fighting, and Cheatham kind of blocked him out. Cheatham, a basketball player, just got the defender on his back and made the catch. First and goal. Cox, not much room there. If anything, here's the catch that gets you to first and goal. There's Cheatham. He stops, turns around, blocks out his defender, and makes the big catch for first and goal, now 2nd and goal on the 6. If anything, he's got Braxton Wright. He caught it. No, they said he bobbled it. Braxton Wright had it in his hands. He kind of struggled to bring it into his body, and the official said he did not come down with it inbounds cleanly. We're going to take a look at it real quick here. Slow it down for you. If we need to go live, we can. There's Braxton Wright, has the football in his hands. He's bobbling it right now. Oh, Cheatham gets hit. So you're going to send your field goal unit in here to try to tie this game. Braxton Wright was so close to coming down with the touchdown that would have gave the Artesians a lead. And he did come down with it, just he was kind of bobbling it as he was going to the ground and going out of bounds in the back of the end zone. So now it's Ethan Hanlon. It's about a 16-yard field goal to tie the football game with 3:17 left to go. Ethan Hanlon, the sophomore. Kick is up. It is no good. Missed it. So Ethan Hanlon cannot tie the game up. So that drive looked so promising, had first and goal from the 7. You just could not get it in the end zone. You had one opportunity that was so awfully close with Braxton Wright, who caught it in the back of the end zone but just could not catch it cleanly as he went to the ground, and officials ruled it was incomplete. 3 minutes, 11 seconds. Artesians have all 3 timeouts, so they can still get the football back with plenty of time. DJ Bull is going to hand it off, and he's going to go down for a huge loss. Holden went backwards. And Artesians, they're going to keep their timeouts. They didn't use a timeout there. 2nd and 15 after that huge tackle for loss. Now Bloomington South, they're going to take their time here. They've got 19 seconds to burn. They're probably going to use every second of it. Saw the replay there of the big tackle for loss. Now you probably will start seeing Coach Duggar use a timeout here. Movement there. Yeah, there's some movement there. I feel like Bloomington South, or did Bloomington South call a timeout? But there was some movement there that the official pulled his so Bloomington South called a timeout before the play started. So Panthers used their first timeout, I believe. So both teams with 2 timeouts left. So here's the tackle for loss here. Just right through the middle. Almost goes unblocked. Slung to the ground as a tackle for loss there. Nigel Bryant for the Artesians. One of these seniors that was celebrated on senior night. Like I said, Artesians celebrating senior night along with a lot of other schools just because with the whole COVID-19 pandemic, you don't really know how many games you'll get if you'll get to the end of the season. But right now, nobody's worried about that. Everyone's just focused on these next 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And here's the one play that came so close from giving the Artesians a lead. Ty Martin throws at the back of the end zone. Braxton Wright open, stretches out. He's got it. He goes to the back of the end zone, and I think he still has it. I just don't know if he still had possession of it, and it's the whole if they control the if they've got control of the football as they go to the ground. There's a lot that has to be broken down there, but I don't think Braxton Wright ever dropped it. I don't think the football ever hit the ground, but I don't know if he ever did fully have his hands on it for the touchdown. DJ Bull, pass is incomplete. That is a huge play for Martinsville because that stops the clock. So 3rd and 15. If you're the Artesians, you just cannot give up a first down. Even if Bloomington South gets some yards, I think they're more than likely going to punt it, regardless of how close they would be to the first down marker. You just cannot let the Panthers get to the 30-yard line. Cannot let them get to the 30-yard line. Wherever 18 is, maybe put 2 guys on him. He's on the near side here, covered by Larry Bland. That's probably a good matchup. Larry Bland, one of your better corners. Bull, he's going to look to pass. He's going deep. He's trying to get someone. He's got a man wide open. It's caught, and that may do it. And Peck will go down. And DJ Bull found Peck on the far sideline streaking. So that one hurts, and now Artesians, they have 2 timeouts left, so they can still stop the clock a couple of times, but South now and definitely in control of this game right now. And Artesians, I think if you want a chance to win this, you're going to have to force a turnover of some kind. Bull's going to keep it, and he's going to get to the first down, I think, there on that far sideline. Maybe not, as the officials saying roll the clock. So he must have been short of the first down. Looks like he was. Looks like it was a 9-yard run, and he stayed in bounds. And what a heartbreaking play there. 3rd and 15. Now it's a first down, but coach is not happy because the official emphatically said to keep the clock rolling, but it turned out to be a first down, which should have stopped the clock. So now we'll see with the officials if they put more time on the clock. Coach Duggar was not happy, and I don't blame him. You lose about 20, 25 seconds because you have the official on that far side saying roll the clock. But turns out it was a first down play, which should have stopped it. So the play of the night is 3rd and 15. Artesians have the Bloomington South Panthers inside. I think it was their own 15-yard line. I think they had the ball at the 15, 3rd and 15. If you get a stop, you force Bloomington South to punt that. And if you're Martinsville, you have a really good starting field position. But Jalen Peck down the far sideline makes a catch and takes it all the way inside the 20-yard line. Bull's going to take his time. He snaps it a little sooner than I thought. And Bull falls to the ground. Now Coach Duggar will call a timeout. So stops it with 1:28 left to go. Be second down. Be second and long. Now Artesians only have one timeout left. So if they get a stop here, burn a timeout. If you're Martinsville, if you're going to get the football, you're not going to have much time. You're going to have the football. You're probably going to have the football somewhere inside Martinsville's own 20-yard line, and you're probably only going to have time for one, maybe two more plays. Because Bloomington South will 4-down territory here. They don't need the points. They just need the clock to show zeros. This has been a really good football game. This has been a roller coaster of a football game. It seems like one team will have momentum, then immediately another team will take it back. It seemed like in the third quarter, Bloomington South had all the momentum, and then all of a sudden the fourth quarter rolled around. Martinsville got all the momentum back, and then just in one play, Bloomington South took it away. Second and 14. Artesian defense needing to get a turnover, really. Bull's going to keep it, and he's going to get hit hard inbounds, and that'll be the final timeout called by Coach Duggar. Bull took a shot. So 3rd and about 12 coming up for the Panthers. But like I said, they don't really need the points. So 1:23 left. Artesians, if they do get the football back, I think they would have somewhere in the area of 35 seconds left. Somewhere between 30, 40 seconds maybe is what they'd have, which the clock would stop on a first down. Now, obviously, you got to get a stop here. You give up a first down, the game's over. Bull, he's going to pass it. So he's got his man, and it will end it. And that will do it for the game as number 7, I think that was Griffin with his second touchdown of the night. It was Matthew Griffin. And that will do it. Aggressive play call there by Coach Johnson, passing. If that hits the ground, it's incomplete. You stop the clock for 4th down, and you give the Artesians an extra 25, 30 seconds to really work with. But, however, the aggressive play call worked as the Artesians gave up the touchdown and waiting the hold. It's a 2-possession game with only 1:17 left. It pretty much will do it. That is going to be a penalty against the Artesians. I think they jumped a little early. And unfortunately, this is the only game you're going to get. This is the only time you're going to get to see the South Panthers. Is Artesians and the South Panthers no longer in the same class. Artesians are in 4A in football. Bloomington South is in 5A, so you will not see them in the state tournament as that gets in October, November time. This will be the only time the Artesians will get to face their rival, and it looks like the rival will get the best of them. High snap, tries to get down, and now go backwards. The high snap messed that up, but really the missed extra point opportunity is not a huge thing. Now you never know if the Artesians can take one to the house, then things are shaking up a little bit, but pretty much everything has to go right for the Artesians for that to happen, and I'm sure the Panthers aren't going to let the Artesians have much of a return, if any. And Artesians were so close. They had it first and goal from the 7-yard line, down 20-17, with under 3 minutes left to go, I believe, in the football game, and could not punch it into the end zone. Braxton Wright made a catch in the back of the end zone, but just could not catch it cleanly enough before he went to the ground, and officials ruled that it was incomplete. Kick that as far as they can. It will be returnable, taken at about the 11-yard line. Tyler Cox is going to be dropped at the 21-yard line with a 1:11 left to go in this game. So first down for the Artesians. Pretty much need to score in 1 or 2 plays here if you want any chance of possibly covering an onside kick. And Martin, he's just going to chuck it, and it's going to be intercepted. Is that Blackwell again? That is his 3rd interception tonight, and he will finally be brought down. And that will officially do it for the for this game, as it was a desperation throw for Ty Martin, and that's what he needed to do. So all Bloomington South needs to do is take a couple of knees, and that will do it. And this game will end with more than likely a 26-17 win for the South Panthers. Good football game here tonight, but unfortunately for the Artesians, they come up short. Artesians start the conference play next week at Greenwood. Unfortunately, MHS Rewind will not be there. Greenwood will do their own streaming, like I said a couple times in the broadcast. Check with Artesian Athletics Twitter account. They might have some information on Greenwood's streaming information. You may have to register for that stream, and you may have to pay for it. I am not for sure the details of how Greenwood is operating their streaming services. So if you are a Martinsville fan and you feel comfortable enough and feel okay to head to Greenwood High School to support the Martinsville Artesians, head up 37 and support the Artesians. If not, try to find the information to stream through Greenwood High School. And you know what? If you have to pay a little bit, get a few people together, a couple families, chip in and watch the Artesians from the comfort of your own home. So they'll take one more knee. That will make it official. There will be no handshake due to COVID, so the teams will kind of wave at each other from across the field. So that will officially do it. As the Artesians, their home opener, they fall to the Bloomington South Panthers. It was a good one, but they fall 17-26. They're at Greenwood for the Mid-State Conference next Friday night. For all the camera crew that ran camera tonight, we really do appreciate them. They did an absolutely amazing job. Eric Meyer produced this broadcast. I want to tell everyone to continue to stay safe out there and to continue to support your high school athletics. I'm Eric Burns. Good night, everybody.